What are you?
Sorry.
What are you? Some. What are you? Some.
Hello there and welcome to the Long Goner Tavern for another episode of Drinks Worth Running For. I'm your host, Captain Travis, and this is the ugliest shirt I own. So far. As you can probably tell, we're celebrating St. Patrick's Day in the tavern this week, and because of that, I have a couple fun cocktails featuring Irish whiskey. But first... Uh-oh, shit. St. Patrick, or Patrick to his friends, was a 5th century Romano-British Christian missionary in Ireland. Much of what we know about his life is from a single declaration that was probably written by Paddy Boy himself, so we might not actually know much about it. I mean, I know if I was able to write my own personal history, I would basically turn myself into a non-murderous Duke Nukem. That's mostly for the one-liners though.
Nobody steals our chicks and lives. What are you, some bottom-feeding, scum-sucking algae eater? Nobody messes with my meat.
Alright, back to pentatonics and his day. St. Patrick's Day! Pat is best known for driving all the snakes out of Ireland, which is actually just a thinly veiled allegory for converting pagans into Christians. But that's not really fun, so let's just talk about the modern holiday. The first St. Patrick's Day parade actually took place in the US. Well, what would become the US. In the early 1600s, a Spanish colony that is now known as St. Augustine, Florida, actually hosted the first parade for St. Pattison. The color green is a very important part of this holiday. This is rumored to be because of how Paddington used the 3 leaves of a shamrock to describe the Holy Trinity to those snakes. Since then though, wearing green, decorating green, and even drinking green has become something you have to do on March 17th. But I think my days of pouring food coloring into light beer might be over. So I'm gonna enjoy something else that's artificially green. Creme de menthe. Creme de menthe, which is French for mint cream, is an ingredient that is rarely used in cocktail recipes. But there are a few times where it works. St. Pretorius Day might be one of those times. So, let's make a drink. For this drink, we're gonna start out with 1 ounce of creme de menthe.
Creme de menthe.
1 ounce of creme de menthe. And then 1 ounce of Bailey's Irish Cream. Then we're gonna do 2 ounces of Jameson Black Barrel. You can use regular Jameson as well, or any other Irish whiskey. We're gonna give that a shake. And then we're gonna pour that into a martini glass decorated with chocolate syrup. And that's what I'm calling an Irish hello. Oh. That's a dessert that will kick your ass. It's a shamrock shake with a burn. Very sweet, very tasty. It definitely packs a little bit of a punch. You don't want to drink too many of them. This drink shamrocks. As Irish immigrants spread throughout the US, cities all over started to adopt new and fun St. Patrick's Day traditions. One of the craziest traditions is that cities actually dye their rivers green. Chicago's Green River is probably the most well known, but Savannah, Georgia, whose St. Patrick's Day celebration is actually the oldest in the nation, claims to be the first to do it. In 1961, they tried to dye the river green, but the water didn't take the dye too well. So it looked like bad. It looked bad. They just never did it again after that. Did you know that St. P-Dog's Day isn't only big in Ireland and the US? Celebrations actually happen all over the world. One of the biggest celebrations actually happens on the tiny Caribbean island of Montserrat. Known as the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean, this island is the only country outside of Ireland who has made St. Patagonia's a national holiday. And they celebrate it by hosting a 10-day festival. So obviously, this is the only place St. Peterick would take a vacation. But what would his perfect vacation drink be? The St. Patrick's Day off. We're gonna start out with half an ounce of orgeat. And then we're gonna do 1 ounce of lime juice. And then we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. One ounce of Midori. And 2 ounces of our Jameson. Give that a shake. Strain that into a highball glass. And then we're gonna top that off with a melon ball pineapple umbrella. And that's the St. Patrick's Day off. Pineapple fresh. You get the oakiness of the whiskey for sure. The melon hits you, but it could be stronger. Really sweet, really fun. That drink's a leper goner. So there you have it, a couple festive drinks featuring Irish whiskey and the color green for the great St. Petersburg. So whether you want a minty treat or something with a little more vacation vibe, these are drinks worth running for. Find cool merch like this and more at rumrunnersrunning.club. It's still there. Push it away.